Fleet Primary is a school in Fleetwood for pupils aged 4 to 11. They are one of the leading schools in the area for using modern education technology, also known as EdTech. EdTech is becoming more and more popular amongst schools worldwide, with America leading its introduction into the classroom. In the United States, 86% of teachers think it's important or absolutely essential to use EdTech in the classroom, along with 96% of teachers thinking that EdTech increases the students' engagement in learning. Fleet Primary is the first in the UK to introduce what they call the magic wall. This allows pupils and teachers to write neatly across all of the wall, as well as letting them interact with the computer, like a smartboard, by just touching the wall. In the classroom, the pupils at Fleet use iPads, iMacs, interactive smartboards, green screens, and much more. So now that the school has got the technology, what can they do with it? In the US, it is reported that only 11% of teachers are implementing one-to-one or bring-your-own-device programs, and only 14% of teachers use digital curricula weekly.
Technology is old. The minute we put it in, it's out of date. The technology that comes in tomorrow will be better.
I have a MacBook at the front of the classroom with an interactive projector that projects straight onto the wall. I can use that as a touch screen straight onto the wall, and I can also write on that with a pen. We have Macs at the side of the classroom for the children to use, and we have 14 iPads for the children to use as well.
We use computers and iPads.
We can do lots of presentations.
We use it in most lessons, but we don't use it in maths that much.
We're principally an all-Apple school, so that the technology we use is based around the Apple products.
Resource-wise, it's had a massive impact because we used to spend a lot of time preparing resources, getting photocopying ready, laminated resources, things like that, whereas now it's much more instant. We can make it once and send it out to the iPads and all the children can use it.
Do you enjoy using iPads?
Adults will use technology for information. Children and adults of the future will use technology for communication, and that's what the children are developing. So they're developing their communication skills and how to get across their message and their point. They can access knowledge within a split second. How they use that is the crucial factor.
When people get older, it's basically teaching them how to use it properly.
So you've got a green screen in school. How often do you use your green screen?
We use it like every 2 weeks or something.
What lesson do you use it for?
Topic mostly.
So what do you do with it?
We get a background up that's related with something that we're doing it about, and then we like act out or tell something about that place.
I think it really engages them and inspires them because it's just something that they really enjoy using, so they're keen to go and get on with the work more, and it gives you more opportunity to feed back to them as well, because you can record a message to them that they can access online, or you can create something that makes it more accessible to them. Maybe if it's a text that you can record yourself reading it out, so they can just access that and they don't have to come to you to get help.
It's very difficult to put your finger on the fact that the students' levels have risen as a result of the technology. But clearly, because of tech, and you would have to do a long study on there, and universities are trying to do that all the time, but certainly it gives the children more enthusiasm, energy. They want to be part of using the technology, so they're motivated, and once you get their motivational skills up, that will then mean that their levels will rise as a result. So we've seen in the school quite a considerable rise in levels since we've allowed the technology to be part of what the children do in the school.
Since we've been using technology in Key Stage 1 particularly, our results have gone up, and I think it's obviously linked. It just makes our job so much easier, I think, really. So we've got more time to spend with the children, and we can push the children on that if we need an extension activity, we can just send it out to the iPads and it's there for everyone. You're not worrying about photocopying and having the sheets there ready for them. You can just say, right, you finish that, you can move on to something else.
Is the use of technology compulsory? No. It's optional. And in fact, the use of technology within the school is optional from all the teachers. Our aim is to get the highest standards possible in the school for the students, and that's both academically, personally, professionally, sporting, all those areas. If the technology helps us to do that, then I would say as the head teacher of the school, then yeah, we use it. But if a teacher comes up with a solution and with an idea that doesn't use the technology, that far outweighs the use of technology, then we won't use it.
There's always something, whether it's just using a number generator for the children to get numbers to add together for maths, or whether it's using the board to display things for them, or putting resources online for them to access at home.
It's used seamlessly throughout the school. So the minute they take the register, they do that using the technology. So they take the register on there. We do a lot of management tools on mobile devices. If the technology was taken away, we could still teach. But in order to run the school as efficiently and effectively as we do, we couldn't without the technology.
It's changed a lot. One of the simplest ways is just my record book. That used to be a paper book and I'd write down scores and things like that in it, whereas now that's all on the iPad. I can take it wherever I need to be. It's accessible from any computer. Assessment wise, we have an online system where we put the children's assessments in that parents can use. Head teachers and the senior management can look at that too and look at how the children are progressing, whether they're ahead or behind where they should be.
I've never seen a pupil, when they're given an iPad, say, no, don't give me the iPad because I haven't had any training in it yet. And in the same way that teachers don't. And they learn, and the training has been put in place for them alongside their own self-learning. But you learn and remember when you find out for yourself. If somebody tells you, you forget. But if you actually do it, you remember how to do it. And that's how we've introduced all the technology that we currently use.
Every time we download an app and we don't know how to use it, like something like to make a post or something, and it might annoy us a bit because we don't know how to do it properly, and we might get a bit stuck in work. You just tell us how to do it.
We have visitors every week from schools or from all over the country, in fact, from all over the world. And people have to realise that we haven't got where we are now using technology overnight. It's a long process and there's a lot of hard work.
The thing I'm really enjoying at the moment is using the learning platform with the children. So it's online, they can log in at school and I can set activities for them to do. You can put videos in there for them to watch, or it can be a questionnaire, or it could be an activity where they've got to draw a picture for you or write some text. And what I really like is the fact that they can go home and do that, and it's in a safe environment. They're not going to go to a website that they shouldn't be on. It's really secure, and I can monitor who they're sending messages to as well. But it's just, at the moment, it's them having the technology at home to do that. And there's only certain children who are able to do it at home, and it would be nice if we could have an iPad to take home and use it at home and then bring it back to school.
It allows easy access to information, it allows working together, it allows cooperation through the use of technology, and allows the student to take a pride in their work, because the finished product can be a fantastic product.
There's so many things you can do on them. The children can use it for research.
Dojo.
I've no idea what the new technology is tomorrow, let alone what the children are going to be doing in 12 months, 2 years' time. Technology, where are we going with technology? I don't know, and nobody does. But we just have to keep abreast of current thinking and what's happening, and we try it out, and if it doesn't work, well, we don't use it.
My favourite app on there is probably Book Creator, which is where they can make a book and they can record the voice and add pictures and images and things like that. But also we can make books for them that they can pick up and either edit, or they can just read that and put some comments at the end of it, and that's something that you can keep going back and editing and changing. So
I think one has to teach children e-safety and how they are safe, because that comes as a given almost within the school. It has to be taught. Traditional and modern, if you like, go hand in hand together. One isn't any better than the other. They merely complement each other. Who knows where we go from here? And all we can do is keep abreast of the technology that is out there.
we've not regretted it at all.
No.
I think I could never go back, and thinking of looking at going to another school, say if I was looking for a new job, I would be looking for a school with the same level of technology. I couldn't go back to photocopying sheets and having marked books and keeping paper records, because it's just changed the way you teach completely.
I think you should add them because it helps them more.
Where we're going to go, I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I'd be making millions of pounds somewhere.